Some people may heard such a saying that if you are applying for a Canada visit visa and you have never been abroad before, so you are holding a blank passport, in these cases you are not gonna get approved at all. I have seen and heard many agencies suggesting their clients to do an international travel before they apply for a Canadian visit visa to avoid a blank passport. Is it true? Well, let me put it this way. Most of my clients applying for a Canadian visit visa are holders of blank passport, and so far, all of their applications for the visit visa had been successfully approved. The Canada visit visa is the first visa stamped on their blank passport. And let me explain why. First of all, we need to understand how a blank passport affects your application for a visit visa. That is because on one hand, you have never been abroad before, so you need to explain why you choose Canada as your first overseas destination for a sightseeing travel instead of other countries. This would be especially challenging if you are living in a country that is very far from Canada. For example, if you are from Asia or Africa, because normally people wouldn't choose a very far place to do the sightseeing for their very first international travel due to the long distance and the very high travel expenses. And on the other hand, due to the lack of the international travel history, you cannot prove that you will obey the Canada law and leave Canada in time, in that you never did that before. Well, this is where the problem comes in. Just like I discussed just now, you don't need to prove that you will leave Canada in time beyond reasonable doubt. And a blank passport can only constitute a reasonable doubt. So it does not prevent you from proving that you will leave Canada in time on a balance of probabilities.